Hi everybody, this is Bret Kennedy from Function Fit Personal Training and the Golf Conditioning for the Avid Golfer on our website. Today is a little bit more information about Phase 2 programming. Now, I've said a little bit earlier on in Phase 1 that we start off with stabilizing in the horizontal plane in a horizontal position so that we don't compress the spine. What we look at today is once we've passed our Phase 1, we've got our core working, our TVA, which is a most important part of our spine, our lumbar spine in regards to golf conditioning and keeping that spine nice and strong, is Phase 2. And this is where things start to get a little bit more fun. We actually go into a vertical position, we add weights, we increase the number of exercises exponentially, that's an interesting word, exponentially, and we look at really starting to train you for strength and endurance in the golf game. We add some amazing exercises, what we call big bang exercises, the squat, the deadlift, lunges, split squats. We do presses, we do everything that we can in this vertical position in three planes. The three planes of the sagittal plane, the frontal plane, and the transverse plane. Now, golf itself involves all three planes. From the address phase, when you're standing at the ball, are you able to stand there? If you did a recording of you from the time you were ready to go and stand and hit the ball to the time you actually hit the ball, how long do you stand there in that address position getting yourself ready? That is all postural endurance. And if you can't there's a test we do called the Sorensen 4-minute test. If you can't hold yourself up in a position horizontally without any axial loading for 4 minutes, then your postural endurance is not really good. So what you do is when you come to the 8th, 9th hole, especially if you're playing 18, your posture is unable to cope with the address phase, so you'll start compensating, and then that will transfer straight into the swing. So in our Phase 2, what we do is we really work on increasing the strength and endurance past what we achieved in Phase 1 for all of our postural training. We increase any strength in our rotational force that we do. We don't try and hit to power yet. That's in Phase 3, and that's really more specific for sports. Phase 2 is such a large area. We can go from endurance training, we can go to hypertrophy, we can go to relative strength training. It all depends on what your particular body is doing. Everything is different for everybody else. You could be hypermobile, which means you're very flexible, which means you're going to need a lot more strength training so that you don't throw your body out of its joints while you're training, while you're swinging the golf club. You may be very, very inflexible, which means that when you swing, you chop and stop everything short of what you want to achieve, purely because your body can't get into that range of motion. So all of this stuff is addressed so much more in depth in Phase 2, and it's really specific to every single person. It's not identified to here, this is a Phase 2 program for everybody. And that comes down to our assessment protocols that we use to ensure that your body is able to cope with how you play your golf game. So look, that's a tiny little bit about Phase 2. The blog post will give you some more information as well. What I'd love to do is invite you along to join up for the membership program. You can cancel at any time. It's only $10 a month. But what you do get is you get access to specific exercises and videos that are available for the conditioning of for the golf player. You also get access to me via email 24/7. I usually take around a day and a half to respond to everybody. There's an online forum when you can ask any more questions of your other golf people, friends who may be using the program as well. And I do my best to get on there and answer questions as much as possible. And most importantly, you can have programs written for you as part of the program in the back end as well. So look, I'd love to hear from you. Please send all of your emails to the link that we've got outlined below, and I'd love to speak to you soon. Thanks for stopping by, guys. See you later.